included Ewan McGregor and Josh Hartnett. Black Hawk Down producer Jerry Bruckheimer was so blown away by Enrique Murciano's performance that he cast him in his series Without a Trace as an FBI agent who has to do some smooth talking to track down missing persons. Take a look.
He never mentioned anything about a guy who took girls, hurt girls. I mean,
Joe has over 100 cases. I wouldn't really know too many of the specifics.
you don't remember anything? Nothing about a rapist, a pedophile?
You have the case files. You'd know as well as I would.
Mrs. Holtzman, we're on the same side.
Well, I guess I'm not used to having the government going through our confidential files.
Well, I guess you didn't get the memo. Under the Patriot Act, there's no such thing as a confidential file.
Please welcome Enrique Murciano.
Of course. We're big fans. We're big fans of your show, Enrique.
Hello,
How you
Star.
doing?
I'm very good.
Nice to see you.
I love Star. I've always loved you.
I love you back.
What about the rest of us? What are we, chopped liver here?
No, there's no chopped liver. We talked in the back room.
Any Super
You know
Bowl
you're not chopped
predictions?
liver.
Any Super Bowl predictions?
Super Bowl, I'm going to be there. That's the only prediction I can give you, yeah?
Me too.
That's fun. Right up in the action. Excellent. Enrique, when Without a Trace started, it aired opposite ER, which was #1 in the country. No one really expected it to do well. Did it come as a surprise?
I didn't sleep
to
for
you?
3 months.
3 months.
No,
That's
well,
a long time.
You were worried? You were worried?
Yeah, I mean, you know, ER is a giant, and anytime you're going up against a giant like ER, you get very nervous. But at the same time, it was a good indicator, you know, how the network and the studio, you know, how confident they were in our show. So we were...
So you weren't surprised with the success that it gave?
Very surprised. Anytime there's success, you're surprised,
It is,
I think.
it's true.
Yeah, and with anything. So I was very surprised, and I'm glad to be where we're at. I'm glad that the show is doing as well as it's doing, and it's a good place to be.
That's interesting because now this show, just in case some of you haven't seen it, it deals with the FBI who search for missing people. And as Meredith pointed out to me during the commercial, it's a tough show to watch sometimes because it's so powerful and it brings up a lot of emotions, some of which we're learning about this year, some of the characters. What are we going to learn about Danny Taylor, your character?
Well, my character, you know, you're right. It is a very graphic show. It's a show that it drives home, you know, a reality that none of us are safe, you know, at any given point.
It's emotionally graphic. I didn't mean physically. I mean, just, you know,
no,
visually.
physically and emotionally. But none of us are safe. Someone you love, whether it's a husband or a wife or your child, you can lose them. And then there's, you know, agents like myself that I play on the show, obviously, that go and find those people. So.
Well, it plays to that. It plays to a primitive fear of losing somebody. It's not that that happens to everybody. Very few people do that.
We all worry about it.
No, but that worries there. I mean, I grew up fearing. I mean, with the whole Adam Walsh. As a kid, I remember that very scary picture of Adam Walsh with the red baseball cap and the baseball holding the baseball bat. You know, I'm Cuban, and I grew up in a Cuban, in a Cuban home where my mom tended to be very overprotective, and it was always like, you know, 50 feet away from my front door. She's like, come back here. You know, so that fear was always there. So it still exists today.
You know, in real life, you were dating the beautiful model and actress Molly Sims from Vegas. How did the two of you meet?
Well, it's funny. The first time I saw her, I fell in love with her. It was just like, you know, it was kind of like one of those Disneyland rides, you know, where you hear the music.
Really?
Yeah, no, I did, and she doesn't remember meeting me at all. She was like, "Were you the one with the long hair and the beard?" I'm like, "No, that wasn't me."
How long is it?
It was like, yeah, it was a while ago, and I convinced her to move into my neighborhood. We became friends.
Right, there's always that ulterior motive.
Oh, there was a complete ulterior motive. I became a realtor that week. I was like, well, there's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, a great kitchen.
Now, I'm hearing some moans in the audience as you mention her, because I know that you have a lot of fans out there who are disappointed that you were in love.
Yes.
So, and their websites,
well,
I saw them.
Disappointed.
I saw them. I saw the websites. Tell me you check them out.
I do. I check them out every day.
Do you really?
Well, you talk to these actors, and they play it like, really, there's a website about me? That's interesting. You know, as Sean was saying, you know, actors who say they don't read their reviews, they're liars. You know? I look every night, pretty much.
Thanks for being honest.
Yeah, there's actually one girl that she doesn't know she's talking to me. She runs a website. It's a tribute to EnriqueMurciano.com or something, where she's written poetry and plays Meatloaf songs, like, you know, in the background, you know. And it says on the website, if you know anything about Enrique Murciano, or any pictures that you could send to me.
So you're scanning them in and sending them in?
Oh, I'm sending her everything. I'm like I don't know him, but I think.
Oh, you're a riot.
Yeah, so she must think there's one fan bigger than her, because I know everything. I'm like
you know, he's a cutie. You're from Miami, right?
Born in Miami.
Born in Miami, Cubano?
Cubano,
Cubano, hey, and you're doing fun stuff. So let me just show us a few steps. We took the table just for this occasion in case you wanted to show us.
I noticed the table's missing.
Table's missing so that you can show us.
I usually dance on tables, so if you could bring the table back.
But we need music. Van, do you have any? There. Show us what to do. Well, I'm not really that good at that. Oh, my God.
I don't dance for no honey.
Honey, Van, oh, my God. Good, go ahead. I can only do a little bit of it. Oh, I love it.
Any more?
We think we're going to have We need to tell Molly our thanks to Enrique Murciano for sweeping us off our feet. Without a Trace airs Thursday nights. Check your local listings for times. We'll be right back. We'll be dancing
That
too.
was like Lucy.